What's going on, guys? Creator here, back for a new video, and this is my review of the DX CB-01 Go-Buster Ace from Tokumei Sentai Go-Busters. CB-01 Go-Buster Ace is Red Buster's Buster vehicle. It can transform into many forms. The first one is Buster Vehicle CB-01, which is the car form of Go-Buster Ace. Then there's the Buster Machine CB-01, where Cheetah Nick combines with it and goes to interface mode, which Nick's animal had taken over the grill of the car now. The next transformation is Buster Animal CB-01 Cheetah. This animal form can track paths set by Cheetah Nick. And finally, the Megazord is Go-Buster Ace, Red Buster's Megazord. Some interesting trivia is that CB-01 is the only Buster machine that has 4 interchangeable modes, namely Vehicle Mode, Machine Mode, Animal Mode, and Megazord Mode. And before we actually look at the Zord, let's look at the box itself. As you can see, this is the box of the CB-01 Go-Buster Ace. And first of all, guys, complete disclosure, I'm actually having a cold of the recording of this video. So if I cough, I do apologize. But here you go, guys. This is the box. It's funny because this is actually the Korean box, because if you guys don't remember, I actually did a packaging of this, unboxing of this on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/creator. You can like that page in the link description below. I know, sad plug. But yeah, and I was shocked to find out this Korean version, because I didn't realize when I bought, even though I should have in hindsight, because the description did say Power Rangers, and honestly this was never adapted into Power Rangers. But in Korean, for you guys don't know, Super Sentai is actually named Power Rangers over there. So this was Power Rangers Spy Force. So that's the logo right there. This is essentially, for those who don't know, if you ever buy a Korean thing, 'cause I was afraid of this, if I bought the Korean version, it would be compatible with Japanese toys. They are. For the most part, they are. There is virtually no difference besides the actual packaging due to licensing stuff and whatnot, since they brand as Power Rangers over there. Otherwise, it's literally complete same mold as the Japanese version. They just repackaged the box, which it's a good thing, because this is actually a lot cheaper than I actually thought it was. I don't remember the exact price. It was like around $30. So for it to come in Korea, I have no issue with that. But let's look in the box in detail real quick. This is a kind of big box. Power Rangers Spy Force. Here's Go-Buster Ace, and nice artwork showing both Red Buster and Cheetah Nick. Also shows the other thing that comes with it, which is the head for the Zord right there, Cheetah Nick, or a part of the head. I'll explain that in a second. Korean stuff, which I don't understand. But one thing I have to give them, the artwork on this box compared to our American boxes for our toys is amazing. Stuff, all the functions you can do with the Zord by itself. Go-Buster Ace has 4 different vehicle forms. As you can see, it has 2 vehicle forms, 1 animal mode and 1 Zord form. In this box, the back, more artwork showcasing the box, the Zord, all the functions it can do, and all the different combinations or different modes you can put it in. And on this side, it shows if you collect the other 2 Zords, which I do have. If you collect GT-02 Gorilla and RA-03 Rabbit, you can form Go-Buster O. So that's the box, guys. Otherwise, nice artwork from Korea, because again, this is actually the Korean version. I was kind of salty and bought that. Didn't realize this wasn't the Japanese version. But overall, I do like the artwork. It does go in places where I'm putting it in my shelf, so I thought it was pretty good. So right now, let's look at the actual Zord itself, starting in its vehicle form. As I said, Go-Buster Ace has 4 different modes, and we're going to start off with the first one, which is the Buster Vehicle CB-01. And here it is right in front of me. It's essentially a race car, which I find pretty cool. The design of it's pretty awesome. No complaints there. It actually has wheels and everything. So I can see why this got packaged separately with, besides not having the whole Zord together. Go-Buster, they decided to use this one separately because it's worth the price. I mean, it has 4 different forms. It's pretty cool. So we're going to look at this first one right here. Detail-wise, this car, it's a pretty cool car and pretty big. I mean, my hand is big, so, but it's a pretty decent side car, not those small Hot Wheel toys. Wheels, nice wheels there. No complaints. They're not really like those rubber wheels that's gonna be hard to move. So you could move it on a wooden surface like this, as you can see. a nice wooden surface like this. So it's pretty cool, and I can do that. I'm not gonna make it go off the thing. That'll be ridiculous. Yeah, nice detail paint. The one thing I have to give Japan, and well, yeah, Bandai Japan, they're painting. They go all out. They paint everything, unlike the Bandai American toys that always cheap out when it comes, because they use different modes. I don't know why. I think Operation Overdrive was the start of them using different modes, making their own modes for toys, which is kind of ridiculous. I don't know if it's either cheaper or costs them more to make their own mode. That's another story for another time. We never got this because Go-Busters never got adapted. I do like the design. It's pretty simple. Again, this is his base form where it first starts out the ride into the action. If Go-Buster or if Red Buster or Cheetah call upon it, nice vehicle form. Pretty cool car. It's a big car, obviously, because it's Megazord, but nothing much to it right there. It has his antennas in the back, which is actually a lot more than that, but we'll get to that later. Pretty cool form. Not much to see here. Now we're going to move on to its second form, which is the Buster Machine CB-01. And to be honest with you, there, to get to that form through this form is hardly anything, because all we're using is putting this piece on, which is actually Cheetah Nick. If you can see right here, this is Cheetah Nick, and he transforms into that. It's actually his bike. What I mean by that is in the show, when Red Buster docks into his Zord, he uses his bike, which he has Cheetah Nick for, because Cheetah Nick can turn into his motorcycle, and they both dock into the this form right here, the Buster vehicle. And when he docks in and they go into interface mode is what they would like to call it. And this comes out in the head, since obviously Nick is based on a cheetah. It will have a cheetah motif, and it goes right in front of it. That's how you know Red Buster is activating it. Or this is how you know when Cheetah Nick is. And basically, if you want to know the difference when Cheetah Nick is piloting it or not, autopilot or not, it will. If this is just like this with no face or front part, like this is not in front of it, that's how you know it's operating without Cheetah Nick. And if this is front of it, that's how you know Cheetah Nick is in the vehicle. So there's a nice detail on this. I can just actually look at the damn thing. There you go. Nice detail. Again, even the littlest of things they painted. That's why I love Bandai Japan. So pretty neat. Nice all around. Very cool. Now, like I said, to go into the Buster vehicle, all you simply have to do, and I might fail on this, is to take this right here. You see these two, you see that these two things pop up right here, 1 and 2. So I'm going to put this to the side real quick. These two things pop up. And it has a opening. That was not closed all the way. That's where we will insert this bad boy. And we will put him in his right here. These two parts right here. And we will just slide Cheetah Nick into place. It's kind of tricky whether or not you know it's actually hooked, because that part keeps falling off. So you do that, and you just let these two see. That's the issue. I always have trouble with this. I don't know if you can do it perfectly or not, but I always have an issue with that. And then you just place it down. There you go. You have to actually move the head a little bit out. You actually have to move the head a little bit out. So, and it's rolling out of frame by itself. And there you go. You was able to dock it right there. And now this is the Buster Machine CB-01. Like I said, there was no difference. It's just, as you know, Cheetah Nick got pilot. It's pretty cool. I like the front plate of the car. If this was the actual car, this is kind of cool. So that's how you know he's piloting it. And that's pretty awesome. Like I said, nothing really fancy here. They just consider that second form, which is really saying a lot. They're trying to sell you guys on the form. All you have to do is put the piece in, and boom, completely different mode. So there is the CB-01 Buster vehicle form. Now the third mode of Go-Buster Ace is actually the Buster Animal CB-01 or CB-01. I can never pronounce that right. Cheetah, which is basically the animal form of Red Buster's Megazord. And basically how to get that form is very simple. There's a bunch of ways people can do it. I'm gonna do it this way. Now, you see this part right here, or ignoring the wheels, you see this? Well, guess what? These are actually legs. Ah, surprising. Basically what I usually do is just do this, put this thing down, pull out the legs, that's the one side part is done. Same thing over here, pull this out, this part is done. Now to get the back out, this is a completely separate hatch. Almost same thing, but make sure you don't flip that over. Make sure that's still, make sure this part is still in place. That's the most important thing. Now you will flip that down. And the leg is actually inside of here. You're going to have to pull that out. And then you go on this side and pull this leg down and you get the right leg out. And you have to do basically the same exact thing on this side. And then you just pull that out. The tail, now, for the tail purposes, you'll want to move this down. I don't know which side it is. There it goes, this side actually, and position the tail right here, and that forms the tail. And there you have it, the Buster Animal CB-01, about to fall because the leg was almost off. The CB-01 Cheetah Buster Animal mode, and this is the animal form of Red Buster's Megazord. Pretty cool. Basically, the only reason why Red Buster uses this form is unless he wants to track down certain things, obviously jump to certain heights or just attack Megazords or enemies quickly in the show. So that's why he would use this form. Different detail now, again, the paint apps on this one. You can see cheetah spots, which is actually pretty cool. I like that little detail that they were trying to do with the Zord. They really went all out on the Go Out. That's why I always love the Go-Buster Zords, in my opinion. It's hard to say. Lightspeed Rescue will always have my favorite Megazords, period. But Go-Busters is really up there with me because I like just how unique they were. So there was something different for its time back in 2012. But yeah. So I really do like it. Cheetah Nick. Yeah, Buster Animal form, like you said, the paint apps on this one or the spot, they try to do like a spot thing. The GB logo, you know, representing Go Busters. And pretty cool. I like this form. Pretty neat animal form. And again, not a lot of Zords that are based on animals actually have an animal form to go with a vehicle. And it's like, again, Go Busters 8 is something special. I mean, it has 4 different modes. I can see why they package this separately. It's pretty cool. It's now time to show the 4th mode of Go-Buster Ace, which is actually the Megazord form itself. Now, there's actually a bunch of ways you can actually get to this form. You can do it through vehicle mode, the Buster Machine mode, or in this case, we're going to go through the animal form. This is how he kind of first debuted in the show in episode 1. He went from animal mode to Megazord form. So I'm going to try to replicate that in the best way I can. So what you will basically do is, first of all, detach this. This will come into play later. And you can set that down for now. Or you can set it up. It doesn't matter. You're gonna see what I'm gonna do with them in a second. So it doesn't necessarily matter to that. You will put these back. But actually, I think the first thing we're gonna do is yeah, put these back. I knew what I was doing. Done this in a while. Put that back. Put the leg back. I'm basically doing it the backwards way that I wanted to actually do it, but hey, stuff happens mid-transformation. So essentially what you would like, now you could go about this a couple ways. What I like to do first is set the legs up. Actually, I don't know why that was so loose. Actually, they're both loose, what do you know? What you can do right here is detach these, as you see, these two come apart, and you can just simply put that down, put that down. This becomes the legs of the actual Zord. Don't know why this is giving me a hard time all of a sudden. Alright, and that becomes the legs. Then what you do after that is I'm going to put my camera up so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. You see how this is like he's just holding something because these are actually arms. Wow, what are the odds? Now I would prefer to detach this arm first because the thing is actually holding something. Put this down and you got one arm right there. Now you see exposed the head. You see there's something more to it than that. And you see this thing right here? Well, that antenna in the back of the car was actually a sword. And it flips up, boom, sword. All that's left is really missing is this piece right here. And now you will use this set piece and put it in the middle. And boom, boom. And I present to you the CB-01 oh my god, Veil. So I was about to say it so dramatically. I present to you the CB-01 Go-Buster Ace. Very, very cool looking Zord in my opinion. It's like kind of reminds me of Gundam. That's the first thing I would personally say about the fall. First thing I would say, Gundam. Best reputation I could possibly give it, Gundam. Very Gundam-like. Zord all around. The back, nice detail. It basically exposes what was inside the car. It's essentially the car details just inside of it, which is decent. And in the back, right there. Very, very awesome. The hand, so in terms of articulation, the hand, because this is actually in the back of the car, it can move around this much. The actual arm itself can move 360, even though obviously you wouldn't realistically do that. Sadly, it doesn't. You can actually, yeah, one thing, connect these two. There you go. So now you can actually move it freely. So pretty cool. This side is hard. The sword. Actually, we haven't really looked at the sword yet. Basically, in the show, basically these are expendable. He has like a million of these in the Zord, and they're based on their technology and stuff. So, my only gripe with this Megazord that actually comes with the sword, I feel as though they didn't really what's the word I'm looking for? They didn't really do the right size for the sword, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't actually match how big the actual Zord. Basically, the sword is small, and I will get to that why once I actually review the full combination between all three Zords. You'll see what I'm talking about in terms of the sword, but otherwise, I like this Zord. Not the sword, but the Zord itself. It's pretty cool, pretty decent. I actually like it. And that is the Megazord mode of Go-Buster Ace. Overall, I like the thing. Very neat little Zord. I can't really compare it to anything because I don't have anything on me at the moment that I can actually compare it to in terms of size. But yeah, overall, it's a pretty neat thing. Obviously, the leg articulation, you're not going to get anything out of that. You can move these up and down, which is whatever, but that's not really going to get much out of that. But yeah, overall, I do like this thing, and I think it's pretty awesome. Overall, I actually like CB-01 Go-Buster Ace. I consider him one of my favorite Zords that I ever had, and that's saying a lot because this is the first Megazord I actually ever had. Because as a kid, I never actually had the deluxe Megazords. I only had the action figures. So I would totally recommend this figure. My only gripe with this is, again, the sword isn't really proportioned as the figure. That's because the figure could be a little bit bigger, but it's just the sword, and you understand why once I formed the Megazord mode of this. I can tell you why it's not actually really proportioned well with the actual Zord. But overall, besides that little gripe, I think this is a pretty cool figure. I would totally recommend this. You can actually buy this on Amazon. I bought it from Amazon, costing around $40 if I remember correctly. And if I were you, I'll buy the Korean version. It's the same exact thing. It's just cheaper because again, $40 for a 2012 figure. Knowing that Super Sentai Megazords cost a lot in Japan, so this one costs you $40. It is actually pretty good deal in my opinion. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. This is my review of the deluxe CB-01 Go-Buster Ace from Tokumei Sentai Go-Busters. Next time I'll be reviewing both the GT-02 Gorilla and the RH-03 Rabbit. I am completely assuming that I got those like those short names right, the GT-02 Gorilla and the RH-03 Rabbit. This is based off of total memory alone, but I'll be reviewing those two next. Thank you guys for watching. Like today's video, make sure that like button, comment down below, and subscribe if that's my channel. Otherwise, this is Crater signing off. Catch you guys later. See ya.